In the summer of 1914, Europe stood on the brink of chaos. Tensions simmered among the great powers, fueled by nationalism, militarism, and a complex web of alliances. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in June ignited a powder keg of grievances. Austria-Hungary, seeking to assert its dominance, declared war on Serbia, triggering a chain reaction. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia, while Germany declared war on Russia, and soon, the entire continent was engulfed in conflict. The war quickly escalated into a global struggle, with the Allies, comprising France, Britain, Russia, and later the United States, pitted against the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The initial optimism of a swift victory faded as the reality of trench warfare set in. Soldiers found themselves entrenched in muddy, blood-soaked fields, facing relentless artillery barrages and the horrors of chemical warfare. The Western Front became a grim stalemate, with neither side able to gain significant ground. As the war dragged on, new technologies transformed the battlefield. Tanks rumbled across the landscape, while airplanes soared overhead, marking the dawn of aerial combat. The introduction of machine guns and barbed wire made traditional infantry charges deadly. Battles like Verdun and the Somme became synonymous with suffering, as millions of lives were lost in futile attempts to break the deadlock. In 1917, the tide began to shift. The United States, initially neutral, entered the war, bolstered by fresh troops and resources. Their arrival provided a much-needed boost to the weary Allies. Meanwhile, the Central Powers faced internal strife. In Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution led to the withdrawal of Russian forces from the conflict, allowing Germany to redirect its efforts to the Western Front. The final year of the war saw a series of offensives. In March 1918, Germany launched a massive assault, hoping to secure victory before American forces could fully mobilize. However, the Allies regrouped and counterattacked, culminating in the 100 Days Offensive. By November, the Central Powers were crumbling. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, an armistice was signed, bringing an end to the fighting. The war left an indelible mark on the world. Empires crumbled and new nations emerged from the ashes. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 imposed harsh penalties on Germany, sowing the seeds of resentment that would later contribute to World War II. The scars of the Great War ran deep, with millions dead and countless others wounded, both physically and psychologically. In the aftermath, the League of Nations was established in an attempt to prevent future conflicts, though its effectiveness was limited. The world had changed irrevocably, and the lessons of World War I would echo through history, reminding humanity of the devastating consequences of war and the fragility of peace. As the dust settled, the hope for a better future emerged, but the shadows of the past loomed large, forever altering the course of nations.